In the 1990s, the world was a different place. It was a time of dial-up internet, of renting movies on VHS tapes, and of fast food that felt like an event. The menus were a wild frontier of experimentation, a landscape of culinary creativity that has since been tamed and streamlined. It was a time when fast food kitchens were churning out some of the most memorable and now missed items we've ever tasted. The first thing every kid knew was the sheer joy of a deep-fried apple pie from McDonald's. It wasn't just a dessert, it was a molten-hot treasure, a crispy, bubbly pocket of sweet, cinnamon-spiced apples that could make any day better. The pies of today, baked and sensible, are a pale imitation of their glorious, fried predecessors. That first bite, the one that sent a wave of heat and flavor through your senses, was a rite of passage. It was a delicious danger, a culinary thrill that has been lost to time. That was the magic of 90s fast food. It was a time of bold flavors and even bolder ideas. Take Taco Bell's Bell Beefer, for instance. In a world of tortillas and taco shells, the Bell Beefer dared to be different. It was a soft, warm burger bun piled high with seasoned ground beef, a sprinkle of cheese and onions, and a generous helping of mild sauce. It was Taco Bell's answer to the classic American Sloppy Joe, a comforting and familiar taste in an otherwise exotic menu. It was the perfect choice for the picky eater in the group, the one who wasn't quite ready to embrace the full glory of a 7-layer burrito. It was a bridge between two culinary worlds, and its absence has left a void that has yet to be filled. Then there was the legendary Wendy's Superbar. It wasn't just a salad bar, it was a culinary adventure. For a few dollars, you could embark on a journey through 3 distinct food stations. The Garden Spot, with its fresh salads and toppings, the Mexican Fiesta, with its tacos and nachos, and the Pasta, with its spaghetti and meatballs. It was a buffet of endless possibilities, a place where you could create a meal that was uniquely your own. A plate of pasta with a side of tacos and a salad for good measure. At the Superbar, anything was possible. It was a place of abundance, of freedom, and of pure, unadulterated joy. It was a destination, a place to gather with friends and family, and create a meal that was as unique as you were. The Superbar was more than just a meal. It was an experience, a memory that has been etched into the hearts and minds of a generation. And who could forget the architectural marvel that was the McDonald's McDLT? It was a burger that was literally ahead of its time, a masterpiece of food engineering that was designed to solve a problem that has plagued burger lovers for decades: the soggy lettuce. The McDLT came in a specially designed 2-sided styrofoam container, with the hot beef patty on one side and the cool lettuce and tomato on the other. It was a burger that you assembled yourself, a culinary creation that was as much about the process as it was about the taste. The jingle, "The hot stays hot and the cool stays cool," was a promise, a guarantee of a burger experience that was unlike any other. The McDLT was a testament to the ingenuity of 90s fast food, a symbol of a time when even the simplest of meals was an opportunity for innovation. The 90s were also a time of larger-than-life food, and nothing embodied this spirit more than Pizza Hut's Bigfoot Pizza. It was a behemoth of a pizza, 2 square feet of dough, sauce, and toppings that was designed to feed a crowd. It was the centerpiece of every birthday party, every sleepover, every gathering of friends. It was a pizza that was so big, it had to be seen to be believed. With 21 slices, it was a meal that could satisfy even the hardiest of appetites. The Bigfoot Pizza was more than just a pizza. It was a spectacle, a symbol of a time when bigger was always better. And then there was the Arch Deluxe from McDonald's, a burger that was supposed to be the burger for grown-ups. It was a sophisticated and mature offering, with a 1/4-pound beef patty on a potato flour bun, topped with a circular piece of bacon, lettuce, tomato, cheese, onions, and a secret mustard mayonnaise sauce. It was a bold and ambitious move, an attempt to capture the adult market with a more refined and upscale burger. The Arch Deluxe was a symbol of the changing times, a sign that fast food was no longer just for kids. It was a taste of the future, a glimpse into a world where fast food could be both convenient and sophisticated. For those who craved a different kind of taco experience, there was the BLT soft taco from Taco Bell. It was a simple yet brilliant creation, a soft flour tortilla filled with crispy bacon, shredded lettuce, and diced tomatoes. It was a classic American sandwich reimagined as a taco, a fusion of two culinary worlds that was both familiar and exciting. The BLT soft taco was a testament to the creativity of 90s fast food, a symbol of a time when there were no rules, no boundaries, and no limits to what a taco could be. And let's not forget the KFC of the 90s, a place where you could find not only the Colonel's famous fried chicken, but also a variety of other delicious offerings. There were the potato wedges, thick cut and seasoned with a special blend of herbs and spices, a perfect complement to any meal. And there was the popcorn chicken, bite-sized pieces of all-white meat chicken, breaded and fried to golden perfection. It was the perfect snack, the perfect meal, the perfect indulgence. The KFC of the 90s was a place of comfort and familiarity, a place where you could always find something delicious to eat. How did they do it back then? It was a combination of things. It was a time of less regulation, of more freedom to experiment. It was a time when fast food companies were willing to take risks, to try new things, to push the boundaries of what was possible. It was a time when the focus was on flavor, on creating food that was delicious and memorable. It was a time before the rise of the health-conscious consumer, before the calorie counts and the nutritional information. It was a time when fast food was just fast food, and it was glorious. The kitchens of the 90s were a whirlwind of activity, a symphony of sizzling and frying. The deep fryers were the heart of the operation, the source of all that was crispy and delicious. The apple pies were plunged into the hot oil, emerging moments later as golden brown pockets of pure joy. The potato wedges were seasoned and fried to perfection, their crispy exteriors giving way to a soft and fluffy interior. It was a time of indulgence, of excess, of pure, unadulterated pleasure. The ingredients were different too. The beef was fattier, the cheese was meltier, the sauces were richer. It was a time before the obsession with lean meats and low-fat everything. It was a time when flavor was king, and the ingredients were chosen for their ability to deliver a delicious and satisfying experience. The buns were softer, the tortillas were warmer, the vegetables were crisper. It was a time when every element of the meal was carefully considered, every detail was attended to, every bite was a taste of perfection. What can we learn from this golden age of fast food? We can learn that it's okay to take risks, to try new things, to push the boundaries of what is possible. We can learn that flavor is important, that food should be delicious and memorable. We can learn that it's okay to indulge every once in a while, to treat ourselves to something that is pure, unadulterated pleasure. We can learn that sometimes the old ways are the best ways, that there is a certain magic in the way things used to be. So here's to the fast food of the 90s, to the Bell Beefers and the McDLTs and the Bigfoot Pizzas. Here's to the memories, to the flavors, to the moments of pure, unadulterated joy. They may be gone, but they will never be forgotten. And who knows, maybe one day they'll make a comeback. Until then, we'll just have to keep on dreaming. Let's not forget the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. It wasn't a pizza in the traditional sense, but it was a masterpiece of fast food innovation. Two crispy flour tortillas, a layer of seasoned beef and refried beans in between, and a topping of pizza sauce, a 3-cheese blend, and diced tomatoes. It was a flavor explosion, a textural delight, and a true original. It was a sad day when it was removed from the menu, and its recent return was met with a level of excitement that is usually reserved for rock stars and royalty. The Mexican pizza was a symbol of Taco Bell's willingness to experiment, to push the boundaries of what was possible, and to create food that was both delicious and unforgettable. Wendy's also had its share of 90s hits, including the fresh stuffed pitas. These were a lighter, fresher alternative to the usual burger and fries. A warm, soft pita bread filled with your choice of chicken or vegetables and a variety of sauces and toppings. It was a healthy and delicious option that was perfect for a quick and easy lunch. The fresh stuffed pitas were a sign of the times, a reflection of the growing interest in healthier eating. They were a taste of the Mediterranean in a fast food world, and their absence has left a void that has yet to be filled. And then there was the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold from KFC. It was a whole roasted chicken, seasoned with a special blend of herbs and spices, and cooked to perfection on a rotisserie. It was a juicy, flavorful, and incredibly delicious alternative to the Colonel's famous fried chicken. It was a meal that the whole family could enjoy, a taste of home-cooked goodness in a fast food world. The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold was a symbol of KFC's commitment to quality, to providing its customers with a variety of delicious and wholesome options. Even Burger King got in on the action with their Cine Minis. These were miniature cinnamon rolls, served warm and gooey with a side of sweet icing. They were the perfect breakfast treat, a sweet and satisfying way to start the day. The Cine Minis were a symbol of Burger King's playful side, a sign that they didn't take themselves too seriously. They were a reminder that fast food could be fun, that it could be a source of joy and delight. How did they do it back then? It was a different world, a different time. The 90s were a time of economic prosperity, of optimism, of a sense of endless possibility. This was reflected in the fast food industry, which was constantly innovating, constantly experimenting, constantly pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The focus was on creating food that was not only delicious, but also exciting, memorable, and fun. It was a time when fast food companies were not afraid to take risks, to try new things, to invest in new products and new ideas. The marketing campaigns of the 90s were also a key part of the equation. They were bold, creative, and often hilarious. They created a sense of excitement and anticipation around new products, making them feel like major cultural events. The jingles were catchy, the slogans were memorable, and the commercials were iconic. They were a reflection of the times, a snapshot of a world that was full of energy, creativity, and a sense of fun. The restaurant designs of the 90s also played a role. They were bright, colorful, and often whimsical. They were designed to be fun and inviting, to be places where people would want to gather and spend time. The playgrounds at McDonald's, the video games at Pizza Hut, the bright and cheerful decor of Wendy's. It was all part of the experience. It was a time when fast food restaurants were more than just places to eat. They were destinations, places where memories were made. What can we learn from this golden age of fast food? We can learn that innovation is key, that it's important to constantly be trying new things, to be pushing the boundaries of what is possible. We can learn that marketing matters, that it's important to create a sense of excitement and anticipation around new products. We can learn that the customer experience is everything, that it's important to create a fun and inviting atmosphere where people will want to spend time. And we can learn that sometimes the most successful products are the ones that are the most fun, the most creative, and the most memorable. So here's to the fast food of the 90s, to the Mexican pizzas and the fresh stuffed pitas, and the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. Here's to the Cine Minis and the McDLTs and the Bigfoot Pizzas. Here's to the memories, to the flavors, to the moments of pure, unadulterated joy. They may be gone, but they will never be forgotten. And who knows, maybe one day they'll make a comeback. Until then, we'll just have to keep on dreaming. The legacy of 90s fast food is a reminder that food is more than just sustenance. It's a cultural artifact, a reflection of the times, and a source of shared memories. The fast food landscape of today is a different world, a world of mobile ordering, of delivery services, of a focus on health and wellness. But the lessons of the 90s are still relevant. The importance of innovation, of creativity, of a sense of fun. These are timeless principles that can be applied to any industry, in any era. The fast food of the 90s may be a thing of the past, but its spirit lives on, a reminder of a time when anything was possible, and a simple meal could be a source of pure, unadulterated joy.